Imagine this. You describe a simple video game, maybe a classic brick breaker, just using plain English.
No code.
Not a single line of Python or C++ fun.
Yeah.
You just watch the code write itself. And then, maybe 15 seconds later, you're playing that game. It's fully functional, right there on your screen.
And that's not science fiction anymore. That is the immediate reality of Google's Gemini 3 model.
Okay.
Look, we know the flood of new AI tools is constant, but this update is a genuine architectural shift. It feels less like a typical chatbot
Yeah.
and much more like an intelligent coworker who can actually do stuff for you.
So for this deep dive, we're focusing on 7 immediate practical ways you can use this upgrade. We are moving way past just, generating text.
And the core feature that makes all this possible is something they call the canvas. You kind of have to get this term from the start.
The canvas, essentially, it's that interactive window, right?
Exactly.
It's the space where all the generated stuff, the games, the diagrams, the websites, actually appears.
Yeah.
And you can use it directly. You can click on it.
It's the difference between getting a static blueprint of a house and getting a fully built interactive Lego model you can play with. So today, our mission is to cover complex logic solving, zero-code game creation, visual learning, and even high-stakes job interview prep.
And here's the critical insight we want you to hold on to. The real advantage isn't going to come from being a deep technical AI expert.
Yeah.
It's going to come from automating the small daily tasks that save you massive amounts of time. This is your shortcut.
Exactly. So let's start with the architecture.
Okay, let's unpack this. For the longest time, AI models were basically just predicting the next word, right?
Yeah.
Like a super advanced autocorrect.
Yeah.
What's the fundamental change here that allows for such accurate functional output, especially with complex logic?
So this is the whole crux of the upgrade. It's built on 3 key improvements, but the mechanism behind it all is what we're calling pre-thought logic.
Pre-thought logic.
Instead of just guessing the next word, the model actually pauses. And it uses what you could think of as like an internal scratch pad. It outlines the steps to the solution for itself before it even starts writing the final answer.
So it's like a mathematician working out the problem on scrap paper first.
Precisely. Before showing the final clean steps, it checks its own logic before giving you an output that might look confident but is actually, flawed.
Right. And that leads to the other improvements.
It does. That leads to number 2, speed. Because the whole process is more streamlined, it starts writing almost instantly. No more of that frustrating 10-second lag on complex queries.
Right. And the third piece is the interactivity, which we tied back to that Canvas feature. You get functional, clickable results, not just a block of text.
So since AI is so rooted in pattern recognition, why is that moment of structured thinking before speaking so essential for complex output?
It allows the model to correctly sequence logical steps,
Right.
rather than just defaulting to the most common statistical answer. So once we understood that shift, we had to test the reasoning itself. And this is where it gets really interesting. Let's start with that classic family riddle.
Oh, this one's great.
Mike has 3 brothers. Each of his brothers has 2 sisters. The question is, how many children are in the family?
And this is a great test because the common mistake, which older AIs always made, is to just rush to the math. They'd go 3 brothers plus Mike plus 3 times 2 sisters.
And you get 10 children, which is wrong.
Totally wrong. But this model didn't do that.
No, it actually demonstrated an understanding of family relationships. It reasoned that if Mike has 3 brothers, that's 4 boys total. And if each of those boys shares the same 2 sisters, there are only 2 sisters total in the family.
So the result, 4 boys plus 2 girls equals 6 children. It got it. It understood the linguistic trick.
So we took that and applied it to a real-world business problem,
Yeah.
the coffee shop roster test.
Yeah, this was a tough one. The prompt had all these conflicting rules. The shift is 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Alex must work before noon.
And Sarah and Tom cannot work together. Ever.
And the key constraint, Tom needs exactly 4 hours of work.
And it didn't just guess. It produced a perfect schedule, instantly. Alex from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Tom from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m.
And it explained its logic. It said Tom must take the afternoon shift to guarantee his 4 hours, which also, conveniently avoids the conflict with Sarah.
Right, she's just not on the schedule.
So for a busy professional, what does that automated roster creation really signify for broader business applications?
It provides instant, viable, and explained solutions for painfully complex resource allocation and scheduling tasks.
Right. But quick note of caution here, it's still just a logic solver.
What do you mean?
It can't handle interpersonal office politics. If Tom is mad at Alex and refuses to work the fryer. It can't solve that yet.
That's a fair point. It solves the math, not the drama.
Hmm.
So once the AI has mastered reasoning like that, the next question is, can it translate that logic into something that actually works?
And this is where we get to the real wow factor building actual software without knowing Python or JavaScript.
Right. You tested this by asking for a simple brick breaker game.
I did. I just dictated the rules. Mouse control, colorful bricks, score counter, dark blue background. I hit enter.
And what happened?
The canvas opened up, and I literally watched the HTML and JavaScript write themselves. I went from prompt to playing the game in I don't know, 20 seconds.
That the real game changer wasn't just creating it, it was iterating on it.
Yes. You didn't open a code editor. You just said, conversationally, the ball's too slow, make it 2x faster, and it just did it.
I have to admit, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself. Wondering if the AI will lose context.
Yeah.
But this ability to update code just by talking to it is incredibly helpful.
And that power translates seamlessly from games to design. You tested a link in bio website.
Yep. Minimalist, circular photo, 4 buttons, black and white. Looked great.
And then you changed the whole theme with one command. From serious black and white to, what was it, a cozy coffee shop?
Beige,
Yeah.
soft brown, cream, and it redrew the entire thing instantly with the new palette. It was amazing. You could also do app mockups, like a fitness app UI.
Which lets a manager show a developer a clickable vision before they even start coding.
So why is that conversational iteration editing code just by talking such a game changer for speed?
It bypasses the need to manually hunt for and edit a specific line of code. The AI just handles the scaffolding for you.
Okay, let's shift to education. The teaching aspect here is, I think, next level because it builds lessons just for you.
Oh, absolutely. I started with the solar system. I asked for an interactive 3D visualization.
And what did it build?
The result in the canvas showed all the planets orbiting the sun, but, and this is the cool part, they're moving at the correct relative speeds. Mercury was zipping by, and Neptune was slowly crawling along.
And you could interact with it.
Yeah, you could hover over any planet and get a fun fact, like Mars having the tallest mountain in the solar system.
It built the exact lesson you asked for.
Then we took it inside the human body, the heart. The request was very specific. Show blood flow, use red for oxygenated blood, blue for deoxygenated.
The result was, it was stunning. A dynamic diagram appeared where you could see these little particles moving. Blue dots going into the right side, red dots coming out of the left.
And you could click on the aorta or the ventricles and get a little description.
Whoa! I mean, imagine scaling that kind of immediate, custom-built lesson to every student in the world who needs a specific visual explanation for something.
The personalization is just immense. So what advantage does building your own custom diagram have over just watching a standard YouTube video?
You can build the exact lesson you need, customizing the data visualization precisely to your own knowledge gap. All right, let's talk about high-stakes preparation. Job interviews. People get so nervous, and practice is everything.
It is. So I tested role-playing a project manager interview using the voice mode.
And you asked it to be tough.
I did. I told it to act as the hiring manager and give me detailed feedback after every answer. And when I gave a simple answer, like I'd tell everyone to work harder, the AI pushed back hard.
What did it say?
It coached me on the spot. It demanded a more strategic answer, like prioritizing tasks, cutting features, or reassigning resources. It wasn't gentle at all.
Which is what a real hiring manager would do.
Exactly. And if you use the webcam, it's optional, of course. It can even analyze things like your posture or eye contact. It might say, you're looking down a lot, which can make you seem unsure.
That's incredible feedback. But we have to ask, how accurate is that kind of analysis, really?
Well, it's still early, and it depends on your lighting and camera angle.
Yep.
But the main benefit isn't perfect accuracy. It's the ability to practice 100 times without bothering a human coach.
Right.
You get rid of the nerves and refine your answers without any pressure.
So why is being able to practice 100 times so essential before a big interview?
It refines your responses and eliminates nervousness without the pressure of a real human coach. Okay, finally, let's tackle real-life chaos. For most of us, that means food and travel. Let's start with the fridge test.
Right. The constraints were simple, but very common. I have 3 eggs, some salsa, cheese, spinach, and frozen rice. What can I make, and what do I need?
And the result was just incredibly practical. It immediately gave you 2 recipes, an omelet and a fried rice bowl, using exactly what you had.
But it didn't stop there. It then created this perfectly formatted table with a grocery list. chicken, beans, tortillas, to expand those ingredients into 5 full dinners for the week.
It turns chaos into organization.
It really does. And then there's travel planning. Yes, for a tough one. A 2-day California trip focused on non-crowded spots, great coffee, and quiet beaches.
Yeah, and the itinerary it gave back was so detailed. It felt like it was from a local friend. It had specific non-chain coffee shops.
Not Starbucks.
No, definitely not Starbucks. It found quiet, less visited beaches, specific museums, and even gave estimated costs in US dollars for everything.
So beyond just the convenience of that instant planning, what's the key mindset shift required to really use AI effectively for these tasks?
Don't accept the first draft as final. Constant refinement and conversation leads to perfect, personalized results.
So to summarize this whole deep dive, Gemini 3 really is functioning like a smart coworker now. It builds, it visualizes, and because of that pre-thought logic, it actually reasons through complex problems.
Yeah, and the key takeaway is simple. If you're looking for an edge, focus on automating the small daily stuff. Writing emails, fixing spreadsheets, meal planning.
All that compounding time you save.
All that time. And my advice is that the barrier to entry is just so low now. Just go try it. Talk to it like a colleague. You don't need to be a prompt engineer.
Right.
And remember the big mistake to avoid. Don't just accept the first output. Even if it's good, always ask for refinements. Demand more from it.
And that brings us to our final thought.
Yeah.
The people who are truly going to get ahead in the next few years won't be the AI experts focused on all the technical details.
Nope. It's going to be the regular people who just figure out how to leverage these tools to save 30 minutes every single day.
That accumulated time, it changes everything about what you can achieve.
So think of that one thing you hate doing, that one frustrating daily task.
And just ask the AI for help. What are you going to build first?